is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we are discussing A Melbourne Match, which originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, January 10th, and is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. New year, new you. If you're looking for new accounts to follow, join us. We are all over the socials as Girls Gone Hallmark, most active on Instagram, but you can follow us on Threads, and you can follow our Facebook page too, which is also Girls Gone Hallmark.
Yeah, if you're looking for a Facebook group to join, hey, join ours. We are Girls Gone Hallmark in Facebook groups.
And if you do want a little bit more, Megan and Wendy, the best place to get that is on Patreon. I was just listening to a podcast episode about the ins and outs of podcasting, and one of the things they said was garbage bonus content. They're like, don't create a Patreon and just upload your unedited episodes. That's actually like a negative feature. Create something that stands alone. And our Patreon does fully stand alone. It's standalone content. We create 4 episodes over there on a rotating monthly schedule. This week, our Pop Culture Club episode, which is everything we've been watching, reading, and listening to for the past month, went up. Just a little lighthearted fun over there at patreon.com/Megan and Wendy. And you do get a 7-day free trial over there to check out past episodes.
I would definitely not call it garbage content.
No. I actually felt I don't often feel good when people make lists about like what you should be doing. But I was like, hey, we're doing Patreon right.
We're doing it right. And so dang affordable.
Truly. Check it out. Do you have a synopsis for A Melbourne Match?
I do. Georgie, a travel writer, travels to Melbourne for an assignment where she meets Zach, an ex-Australian footballer who agrees to be her tour guide and shows her that there's more to life than work.
A Melbourne Match was directed by Colin Buds. He has more than 50 directing credits, including Hallmark-style projects like Christmas Keepsake, starring Daniel Lissing.
This one's written by Mallory Jansen, who also stars as Georgie. According to her IMDb, it's her first writing credit. She has 26 acting credits, and we last saw her on Hallmark in The Royal We.
Ryan Corr co-stars as Zach. He has 53 acting credits, and this marks his first appearance on Hallmark. His previous work includes House of the Dragon and The Secrets She Keeps.
Maeve is played by Alinta Chinsey. Ooh, sorry for the name pronunciation. She's an Australian actress, singer, and songwriter with 8 acting credits, and this marks her first time on Hallmark.
Guyton Grantley appears as Scott. He's an Australian actor, voice artist, and theater performer with 59 acting credits, making his Hallmark debut here.
Jessica Clarke plays Emma. She has 18 acting credits, including appearances on the Australian series Neighbours and Home and Away.
Michael Logo plays Daza. He's a New Zealand actor with 20 acting credits, and viewers might recognize him as Brett from Colin from Accounts.
You watched that show, right?
I love that show.
Did you recognize him?
No. That doesn't mean anything.
This movie was previously titled Her Aussie Romance.
Let's take a quick break and come back with our first impressions. Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of A Melbourne Match?
Gosh, I thought I was so clever.
Oh, no.
Here I am whipping up my notes, and my first impression is escapist, charming, elevated. And then I open Instagram, and I see Instagram account Cozy Rom-Com Reviews, and there says cozy, cultural, charming. So not super impressed with myself right now. But that is my first impression.
Because you used 3 adjectives to describe something?
I needed it to be like a tie back to the movie where Georgie used adjectives to describe the city.
Yeah, that is real clever.
Yeah, but I'm not the only one who thought of it.
Okay. My first impression is perhaps the best thing that this movie did was make me want to book a very long flight to Australia.
Oh, I want to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Actually, that's my first like. Let's talk location.
Yeah.
Loved it. This felt like a kind of a commercial.
Absolutely.
For the beautiful country of Australia.
A tourism promo.
Yeah, and I couldn't help but like watch it and go, they don't have guns there. Guns are not allowed there. Like I want to stroll along the bridge and eat some ice cream too and not have to worry about the world melting around me. It was beautiful.
You know, my neighbor is a pilot for an airline, and he the other day offered me a buddy pass on his airline because my son's going to be studying abroad next year. Mm-hmm. And they happen to fly directly to the city. And he's like, you can use one of our buddy passes. And then he was naming all the other places that they fly. And LA to Sydney is one of the routes that you can use the buddy pass on. And I was like, forget that. I'm going to Australia.
Yeah, really?
Don't worry, I'm going to visit my kid. But I was like, I want to go to Sydney. And then he and my husband got into a whole conversation about Australia and the Whitsundays. And
what is that?
It's a grouping of islands.
Oh,
There
okay.
is an island there, I believe, called Hamilton Island that they went absolutely bananas for. And now I want to go. I want to go all over.
You know what is the turnoff for Australia for me is the length of time it takes to get there.
100%. I don't want to sit on an airplane for 14 to 16 hours.
I don't know if I could do it. I might scratch my skin off.
I would need to be sedated.
I just don't know if I could do it. But this movie made me go, okay, maybe I do want to do that.
Maybe.
I was thinking, because I've seen some criticism that people don't love this Hallmark theme, this winter escape theme. They want like snowy romances that are not Christmas in January.
Yeah.
And I hear you, but I thought if Hallmark's goal was a true winter escape, I thought they nailed it with this movie.
Well, yeah. And it is summer in January in Australia.
Yeah.
So I agree. I was thinking about that too, because we are also talking about the movie People We Meet on Vacation.
Yes.
Later this week. There was some criticism about the timing of that release as well. Many people were like, why did Netflix not release this in the summer? And I was thinking back to our Hallmark series that we're in right now. And I can see the argument for both ways. Like, you can create escapist content any time of the year, but you can really only promote snowy content in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody's watching that in June. Mm-hmm. So if you're not doing it now, you're not doing it at all. But I loved this. I thought it was just adorable.
Same.
The number one adjective I used in my notes was cute.
Who?
The
or
whole
what?
thing, like the beach scene when they're splashing in the waves.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
The koala scene.
Yeah.
So cute.
I was like, she got her face so close to that koala, which made me uncomfortable, but
I was like, are they going to let her hold the koala? Because I've seen photos of that, but do they not do that anymore?
I don't
Does
know.
that stress the koala out? I don't know. I thought it was very respectful of the koala that she just like existed in his space.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how did she not pet him? The ice cream and bikes scene.
Loved it.
Adorable. Zach calling her Georgie girl.
Loved it.
So cute. I think I might have been sold on the romance in this movie more than Lost in Paradise.
So that is so interesting you bring that up because it has been discussed in our Facebook group.
And I held off my discussion.
People are asking, what did you like better, Lost in Paradise or A Melbourne Match? And to me, I really liked both.
Yeah, me too.
However, they are two totally different movies to me.
Yeah.
In tone, in storytelling, in the way it looked. I kind of enjoyed it a little bit more.
I think I did too. Well, and I think the romance is a little more aspirational than Lost in Paradise. Like, Lost in Paradise is like a plane crash, shipwreck, trying to survive. This is a little more like, I want to do this.
Yes.
That being said, I think Mallory and Ryan had a fantastic connection.
Same.
chemistry just sparking right off the screen. And I really appreciate that they quickly moved past their initial friction over the driver misunderstanding.
Oh, yes.
And she was like, I'm sorry. Like, they just moved past it.
We're adults.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that scene so funny when she was like FaceTiming her sister and then her sister sees Zach? She's like, oh, I see what's happening here. I love that. I really enjoyed Ryan Corr. I know a lot of people said thought he was great too. And they're like, oh, more of him on Hallmark. I don't think he'll become a regular Hallmark guy.
I think he could, but no, I don't think he will.
Yeah, because my understanding is I think this movie was, I don't know if it was like an actual acquisition, but like it's made by completely, totally different people. Mallory Jansen is a writer on it. It had a different title before. I imagine he's, I don't want to say a regular actor, but he's not going to be like the next Hallmark guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what
He's doing other stuff.
He's doing other stuff, yes. But I really liked him. He doesn't check the Hallmark checkbox for me because, truth be told, I thought he kind of got the Hallmark makeover on the movie poster, and I was like,
yeah,
who's this dude, right?
He's not the only one this month.
Oh, yes. We will talk about it eventually. Maybe we won't.
I don't know. I'm afraid.
Anyway, I was like, who is this dude, right? And then we see him, and he's like this rugged,
so hot.
I'm kind of into it.
Okay, I love the conversation where they're like, oh, I love your American accent. And she's like, why does everybody say I have an accent? Now, that's like super ethnocentric to be like, I don't have an accent. You have an accent.
Yeah.
But as a person who doesn't recognize my own voice as an accent because I'm used to it, look, the accents work for me.
Oh, yeah. They do something for you?
Yeah. Please just call me Georgie girl. I'll change my name.
It's a great, I will skip ahead. I love the Australian specifics we get in this movie, like the nicknames, and he explains it. The food, the customs, the stereotypes, the Vegemite, all that, the Tim Tams. I liked all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It layered in like an authentic,
flavor.
We're not in Vancouver, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. I enjoyed that.
When the boys approach him.
Yeah.
And they're like, you want to have a kick? And I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, he didn't feel put out by that. He was just like so in his element. And I was thinking, like, if that really happened, that would just make those boys' day.
Wouldn't it?
Like, if an athlete's like, let's just kick the ball.
Yeah,
out.
totally.
I just loved it.
It's like Damar Hamlin calling you on FaceTime, right?
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about the writing here. This is a Mallory Jansen project.
I thought she was great.
I was, to be honest,
nervous. Same.
I enjoyed the script a lot. I thought the dialogue felt modern and natural. People actually talking like people. I thought it was great. It stayed in the Hallmark like sandbox, but there was something different about it. Slightly elevated.
I felt like the whole movie was slightly elevated. I thought it was a true rom-com.
Yeah.
I could have lifted this movie and dropped it on Netflix and
100.
people would be talking about it. Maybe you would need to spice it up a tiny bit. Mm-hmm. Throw in a little bit of swearing and some light making out. But
I'm all, yeah.
But yeah, I thought writing-wise and production value-wise and their connection, I thought it was great. Just a tiny, when she's on set at the talk show, they do a shot of the multiple camera angles.
Yeah.
I just loved it. It just felt like it added a little bit of authentic. You're making a face.
I'm making a face because I just realized that we didn't include Danny Minogue, who is actually a real person, right?
Yes, Danny Minogue appears as herself.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do a shot just showing you the 4 camera angles.
Yeah, like the video village of it all.
Yes, which... not to make it about us, but when we were on set at Mr. Christmas, they had that whole setup.
Yeah.
And we have a shot of us when we're up there. So I was like, hey, look at that.
Felt very familiar.
Yeah, it's from all my time on TV sets.
Speaking of familiar, I did find Georgie's career anxiety to be very relatable.
Oh, yeah?
When she when she confesses that she should be further along in her career by now, that kind of internal pressure I thought was very real.
Yeah. Like I did all these other things before I found the thing I was meant to do, and now I'm behind.
Yeah.
That's it for me and my legs.
Mine too.
Let's talk wishes.
I have just a few.
Yeah, same.
I'm curious if this is one of yours. At times, Georgie felt a little too helpless. Specifically, when her car is not at the airport when she first gets to the airport and she's like waiting around for it.
Call an Uber.
Get in an Uber.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a travel writer.
Yeah, like you have your itinerary. You know how to get around. I understand your car's not there and that's annoying, but you have the means to get yourself
You're
there.
not stuck there.
No.
Yeah, that kind of stuff was like.
Yeah, and calling your assistant in the States to be like, can you fix this for me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I was like, for someone who seems very capable, I just thought she should have a little more agency over herself in those moments. The other thing, I had mentioned it in my likes about relating to Georgie's work stress, and I felt like it came way late in the movie because there was all this conversation between Zach and her about like, he'd be like, why are you so rushed? Why do you have this so much, he didn't say structure, but why is there all this urgency, right? To do all these things. And he was gently like trying to, tell her, be present in the moment, right? But we never get a full understanding. I just think it would have been better, the understanding that she was like feeling pressure to achieve more in her career if it came a tiny bit earlier.
Yeah, because she just looks uptight the way they have it done. Like
exactly.
Constantly checking her watch. And we don't have an understanding of why that is.
Right.
And what was interesting is I had the thought, again, to make it all about me, when I'm on vacation, I sometimes feel like I'm the taskmaster who's like, oh, we got to like stop what we're doing here and get to the next thing because I'm the flow, right? And so I had that feeling of like, I understand where she's coming from. But then I thought, no, look, he's got it. You don't need to be the flow. Like he's offering to be the you can let go a little bit because he's clearly has it handled.
Right.
I hated that she got so mean when she got stressed about appearing on late night television. And I hated it because I can relate to that. Like I can get snappy too.
Sure.
When I get stressed and frustrated.
I think that's a very human reaction.
Yes. But it just frustrated me that she was so mean to Zach.
Yeah.
In that moment, like almost blaming him when she was the one who had wanted to stay. She was the one who had pushed for them. She was so happy.
Right.
And then this wrench gets thrown in her plans and she immediately casts the blame elsewhere.
Also, kind of a stupid twist.
God, okay, it's my next.
Okay, go on.
I just do not buy that late night television is booking a travel writer who is not Australian to talk about Melbourne. They know.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't buy that they're booking a travel writer ever unless it's like Anthony Bourdain or someone that, even freaking Rachel Ray, $40 a day. Someone
Yeah.
But even if they were going to book a travel writer, or, she said, we like to talk to the regular people, fine. You're going to book an Australian travel writer who has gone places, who might have something interesting to tell you, instead of, it's like me showing up and be like, hey, let's talk about all the great things about Orange County, Wendy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously she should have put two and two together of like, what's the motivation of this late night show wanting me on?
Yeah.
And say no.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable doing that. But she was so tied up. I'm like, oh, is this going to get me the promotion that I need?
Let's talk. Did you see that?
Look, we talked about it in our first impression. And I'm going to say it here. The word is Melbourne. Is it not?
I don't know. I say it because you said that. I think that's just the way they say it with their accent.
So
they never correct her.
They never corrected her, which drove me crazy because here's the backstory on it. My daughter had a soccer coach who went to play professional soccer in Australia. And she made all these TikToks about how the locals schooled her on how she would call it Melbourne. And they're like, that is not how it's pronounced. And so that is where I learned, like, oh, it's not pronounced Melbourne. And so it was like frustrating to watch this movie. And maybe that's wrong. And I would love if anybody is out there and they're like, no, Wendy, you're a dummy. Megan's Googling right now. She's going to get like a...
I'm just curious.
She wants to gloat. She wants to be like, it's pronounced Melbourne.
The AI overview is you pronounce Melbourne as Melbourne or Melbourne, not Melbourne. So Melbourne, Melbourne, not Melbourne. On Australia Reddit, Western Australian here, I say Melbourne. I guess I say it kind of slow. It really bothers me when people say born.
You know, we have a listener from Australia named Shannon. I know she doesn't live in this area because she emailed us after this movie, which she was like so excited. She's never been to Melbourne herself. She's a Sydney gal. So I am dying to know, like, she's from this country. How is it pronounced? Please. Oh my God, please call us. If you can.
Okay, but here's the thing. You have to also factor in the accent because this person is saying, I reckon Mel-BURN, as you wrote it, is bang on. Of course, with an Australian accent, the R is silent, but still sounds like burn or BERN or BURN without the R. Melbourne. But I think you're right. It's not Melbourne.
Right. Anyway, Shannon, if you want to call us, our number is 949-329-8090. This is just like a Google voicemail number. You can just call and leave a message. If that number does not work for you, please send us like a voice note or a memo and just DM us because I'm dying to know.
Yes. Jim, where did you see that?
Just one. The breakfast scene. They go out to breakfast.
Yes.
Breakfast arrives. She's absolutely scarfing it down. He tries to get her to eat Vegemite. He gets recognized and asks for a photo. And then they bolt.
Yeah.
Fully leaving their breakfast and do not pay.
Yes, you're right. They don't pay. And in that scene, like, as you said, he's like, you need to slow down and enjoy it. And then they leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he didn't even take a bite.
Eat anything.
Like, he buttered and Vegemited his toast.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, you just left all that food.
I mean, I understand he wanted to get out of there because he was like
Getting
recognized, but what?
Left all their food behind.
What do you have?
Georgie's coworker, his name is Eric. The actor's name is Remy Ashton. In the beginning, he says something about the 90s icon group Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
Except he 100% says Salt and Pepper.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh, he doesn't know who they are.
Oh, this.
He's too young.
He's too young.
And I rewound it and listened, and I heard he says Salt and Pepper.
Oh, boy.
It's Peppa. Her name's Peppa. I laughed out loud at the line, what do you call this look? Team's chic, when her sister is wearing a blouse.
Loved it. Laughed out loud.
Slippers on the bottom.
So funny.
And finally, in the lobby of the hotel, I noticed it at the end when Zach is waiting for Georgie after they've had their fight, but he still shows up to take her to her late night situation. There are giant, what appear to be skincare bottles as like art pieces in the hallway.
Oh, weird.
It's bizarre.
Some sort of art installation at the hotel? Weird.
What did you rate A Melbourne Match?
I gave it 4.25 stars.
I gave it 4.5 stars. I really liked it.
You know, it's a solid start to January.
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to this weekend, though.
Speaking of acquisitions, hey, thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, we still love your 5-star ratings and reviews. Y'all, I really had a goal to hit by the end of 2025. We got real close. So close. So there's still time. I still want to hit that goal. Let's get us to 200 ratings on Apple Podcasts. We have way more than 200 listeners. So hippity hop on over there. Tap those 5 stars. And if you have an extra 30 seconds, leave a quick written review about why you love Girls Gone Hallmark. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.